You know, in sports, the line between the highest high and the lowest low, it's just razor thin. And we're about to unpack a story that proves it in the most brutal way imaginable. A heroic playoff victory that came with a devastating season-ending price.
Not good news. I mean, those are the last words you ever want to hear from your head coach, right? Especially after a huge win. But just an hour after the confetti and the celebrations on the field, these three little words from Sean Payton, well, they changed everything.
Because the thing is, what he said next, it wasn't about a loss. It was a revelation that cast this huge, dark shadow over one of the team's most thrilling victories of all time. And there it is. Just a total gut punch. The news that sent an absolute shockwave through the entire fan base. At the absolute peak of their season, after a win that punched their ticket to the AFC Championship Game, their star quarterback, Bo Nix, was done for the rest of the playoffs. The emotional whiplash of it all is just staggering.
Okay, so let's back up a second, because to really get how big of a blow this is, you have to understand just how massive the win was. So let's go back, let's talk about the game itself.
33-30, that was the final. I mean, what a classic, an overtime thriller. The Denver Broncos, with Bo Nix leading the charge, they clawed their way to a victory over the Buffalo Bills that had the entire stadium absolutely electric. This was everything you hope for in a playoff game. Just try to picture it, right? Pure, absolute chaos, elation, players are celebrating, fans are losing their minds. That game-winning field goal didn't just win a game, it sealed one of the most dramatic victories in the history of the franchise. It was supposed to be a legendary moment. And this number, 6. This tells you everything you need to know about how clutch Bo Nix was. That's 6, count 'em, 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime this season alone. He wasn't just along for the ride on this team, he was the one in the driver's seat, the guy who made it happen when the pressure was at its highest. So, the big question, right? How did this even happen? How do you go from being the hero of the game to being out for the season in just a matter of moments? Well, it all came down to a crazy sequence of just 3 plays.
So let's break this down, because it's pretty wild. First, the tackle. He's on a designed run, gets tackled, but pops right back up. You can see a little limp, but nothing crazy. Then, the very next play, an incompletion. But wait, a huge pass interference call gets him right down to the 8-yard line. Easy field goal range. And then, the final play. The one that did it. And it wasn't some huge dramatic hit. It was a simple kneel down just to center the ball for the kicker. And his ankle just twists in the most awkward way possible. And that was it.
So let's talk about the man himself, Bo Nix. Because the injury is just devastating for the team for sure. But his personal story here, it adds this whole other layer of resilience that's just unbelievable. A tough cookie. That's what Coach Payton said about him. And look, that's not just your typical coach speak. You could feel he meant it. In the face of probably the biggest disappointment of his career, knowing his season is over, that's the first thing his coach brings up, his toughness.
And this is why that quote hits so hard. This is the third time, the third fractured ankle of his football career. I mean, to come back from that even once is incredible. But to be staring it down for a third time, that is a whole different level of mental fortitude.
Okay, so once the shock starts to wear off, the focus has to shift, right? It has to. The playoffs don't stop for anyone. And you know the mantra in the NFL? It's simple, it's brutal, but it's true. Next man up. And that next man is Jarrett Stidham. Now, he started a couple of games last season, but suddenly, the keys to a team that's just one win away from the Super Bowl, they're in his hands now? I mean, talk about pressure. But, according to Coach Payton, he's ready to go. And just listen to the confidence in Sean Payton's voice here. He's not just saying, oh, we hope he can manage the game. No way. He's basically issuing a warning to the rest of the league. Watch out. Just watch. That is a coach who truly believes his team can take this massive hit and just keep on fighting.
So it all comes down to this, doesn't it? The Broncos, they won the battle, but man, they lost their general. So the question is, can the resilience and resolve we've seen from this team actually carry them to the next round? Or is this just too big of a blow to overcome? Their entire season hangs in the balance.